Close her eyes and make a wish, and the wish could be for anything, and just know that Wendy and myself and the rest of us at David's wish you nothing but love and happiness. So I want you to take this bell, close your eyes, make a wish, and when you have it, ring it as hard as you can.
Close your eyes. Kalie and I are on our way to David's Bridal for my first bridal fitting alteration appointment. We're meeting my sister there. She's coming. So instead of driving with her, I'm going to meet her there. So Kalie, my dressing's here in the back. On our way. We're about to go inside David's Bridal. First bridal alterations / fitting appointment with my sister and Kalie. No, not really. No? We're about to go into David's. That's so cute. Look.
No, we don't have
It has like a flower. I thought it was a heart, and then I realized it's a flower, but that's still really cute.
Yes. I would just wear this.
What color is it?
So I may or may not be doing this as a voiceover later when I edit the video. But yesterday I went to do my first dress fitting alterations appointment for, with my wedding dress at David's Bridal with my sister and my future stepdaughter, who are my maid of honor and my Lil Miss Honor. And nobody captured any video except for me around the store. And the footage would have been great. I was telling Daniel about the experience this morning, my fiance, how it actually would have been as upset as I was, but I wasn't surprised. To be honest, as upset as I was, it would have been wonderful to have the footage of the experience of me trying to get my wedding dress on, and there was no way in hell you could zip it in the back because there was not enough material. And then the tailor seamstress lady gave me a larger size to try just so we could see, and then if that would be better we could order that size, which is what we're doing. We're exchanging my dress for the same exact dress 2 sizes larger, which is fine, but the parts of it that would have been great was seeing me in a way too small dress. You didn't necessarily have to see the parts on my back where you could tell this was not going to fit. And the problem is it's this area, it's my boobs and my back, this whole area just isn't fitting. And then the bigger dress, there's room where they'll have to take it in up top, but at least you could zip it. And the seamstress said, the part below it was fine. It was this, the whole chest and back area. And I know. And so that would have been great. And the reaction, my sister's reaction, initial reaction when they first saw me in the dress, my original dress, and what she said would have been priceless. I can retell you the story, but in reality, in the moment, you had to have been there. And the seamstress's reaction was also priceless. I could tell you that story too, but again, and I will, but in reality, in real time, their reactions were like, you had to have been there, you had to have heard it, and you had to have seen it in real time. And then my reaction on my face, and the moment in which I was about to cry, I was tearing up and I was about to cry, and I was literally in flight moment. I was about to just like storm out of the store, and we were all the way in the back of David's Bridal, all the way in the back in the area that I didn't even know existed. Like, I don't think me, my sister, or Kalie knew existed. And I was literally gonna just take whatever, the larger dress, and just storm out of the store, crying, because my sister's reaction was that hurtful. And that's the truth. And my sister didn't apologize to me until we were parked in my driveway. I was gonna say parking lot, because my driveway is like a parking lot. That's how big it is. Until we were parked outside my house afterwards, when she took me home. That's when she apologized to me for what she said. And when I told Daniel this, he said, she really should have apologized to you in David's Bridal when we were with the seamstress. And I was like, well, I mean, it is what it is. So when I originally tried on my dress, when we had our original like dress try and pick and stuff, which I also wish we had on camera, and they only had taken pictures, but the pictures were all gone. And I'm sad about that, because it would have been great footage, great content, but we don't have it. All I have is my memories. When I first tried on wedding dresses, that was like February or March of 2024. I got engaged Christmas Eve 2023, right before 2024. And that was like when I was thinner. I was probably like 130-ish, 130 something, like in the early 130s, early mid 130. I had lost a good 60 pounds. And I hadn't really drank in a while, and I put on weight when I drink. Even if it's not every day, if I drink more than once, even once maybe, if I drink once or more than once, I carry the weight. And I don't eat bad, it's just when I drink alcohol. And since then, I have drank, whether it's like a couple times in a week, and then I don't for a while, and then whatever, and then whatever, and then whatever. And the last time we weighed me, I was about 10 pounds more than I was, to the last of my knowledge, which wasn't that much more than maybe what I was at my original dress shopping experience at David's Bridal in February and March of 2024. Like, I know I put on about 10 pounds. And when I came out yesterday in my wedding dress, and my sister and Kalie looked at me, and there was no way we could zip the back because there wasn't enough fabric. And my fat mainly lies in my back, like around here, but like, I don't want you to see it right now because I'm embarrassed. But it is what it is. And I want to cry. I'm trying to hold it in. Maybe I need to let it out. I don't know. And my sister reacted and said, "10 pounds, you've only gained 10 pounds, something along those lines." I'm paraphrasing, but she pretty much said that in front of the dress lady, the seamstress, Taylor, whatever she is. We'll call her Maria. That's not really her name. So in front of Maria, the seamstress lady at David's Bridal, And she goes to me and she's like, "That's your sister?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's my sister." Oh my God. And that's when I felt fight or flight. Like, I gotta get out of here. I was literally gonna just like storm off crying in the dress. And I just paused for a moment and tried taking a deep breath. And Maria is like, don't worry. Let's see how. So that the dress I had tried on originally was an 8, and it barely fit. So I ordered a 10. And like how the dresses they have in the store, like everyone's tried on. So it was probably stretched out a little bit, and the straps on the back were torn off. So I didn't even get to try on the dress in its full glory. But so we ordered a 10 because I figured if anything we could take a little in. Well, we couldn't even close this, and that's fine. So Maria is like, we could do a 12, but maybe we'll do a 14. 14's probably better. So she grabbed the 14 in my dress, and she's like, "I'm pretty sure this is the same one," and it is, because I looked at it, and I'm like, and I looked at the code on the dress tag, and it was the same exact dress, and I put it on, and it was a bit big up here, but at least we could zip it. And she's like, "We could take it in here. I could cinch it and whatever for you, and we'll make it so it lays good. The rest of it, again, is good." And I was like, "I definitely want to have it." And she's like, she didn't even want to bother looking at that until we have my dress. And she was trying to talk me into keeping that one. And I'm like, no, I want a brand new dress, especially because of my skin sensitivity. And I know the first time I went to try on the dresses, I don't know if it was their bathroom, which was disgusting, or the dress that a gazillion people had tried on, but I had like a really, 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 really bad bacterial infection in my groin area that took a while to get rid of. And so there's no way in hell I'm buying that dress. And I noticed the threading on the side here was loose, and Kalie's like, "Well, she could fix that." And I was like, "No, I don't want that. I want a brand new dress." So they're ordering me a brand new wedding dress in a size 14. We're exchanging my 10 for the 14. But the funny thing is, I know when I buy dresses, normally if I buy it in a number, I usually buy a 12. So, I mean, and I know from like what I've heard from people when they buy their wedding dresses, they usually have to buy bigger. And to me, it's not really about the number. It's about what feels and looks good and what's comfortable. And you obviously want your wedding dress to zip on you. So, on a positive note, you know what I mean? So it's just the way my sister reacted and the way she spoke to me. But if you know my sister and you know my family, like, it's not surprising, but it was very hurtful. So it's fine. But what I do want to do is, because I'm like, I'm not going to lose any weight. Or not much. So what I am planning on doing is in a little bit, I'm going to get up. I don't have any weights right now. But I'm going to take like something, or bottled waters or something, and I'm going to start doing the exercises like I wanted to do. The arm ones. Because I know if I just like do some exercising like that, I can't, because of my medical issues and stuff, I can't really exercise anymore. If I sweat, it's a problem. I have like hidradenitis suppurativa and this and that and that, and it's a pain in the ass. So I have to be careful, and then I'm gonna have to probably take a shower like right after. I rash very easily, and I get like these like cysts and boils and whatever, and it's just not nice. So, and abscesses, so I have to be really careful. But so on the good, and the other good note is, I know it's a lot of information, TMI Tuesday, but it's a Sunday. So the good note is Daniel's mother missed it, and my grandma missed it because my grandma is coming back home to Jersey. She's a snowbird. She lives in Florida part of the year, and the other part she lives in New Jersey like us. So hoping that, excuse me, I'm really hopeful that when it's time for us to go back to David's Bridal, like near the end of July, my grandma will be able to come with us, and hopefully Daniel's mother will come with us, because she missed it. She missed the original dress shopping experience and the first fitting experience. She'll come, and she's also a seamstress tailor, self-made, so which is cool. So hopefully she'll come too. And ironically, my grandmother and Daniel's mother are Lynn. They're both Lynn's, excuse me, except my grandma has an E at the end of her name and Daniel's mother doesn't. They're both Lynn, which is ironic, kind of. But yeah, so like, I'm hoping they'll be able to come, because like it sucks that I don't have my parents. And that's something that like I told Daniel, like I understand your mom, whatever and whatever, but like I don't have my parents. The only person I have left really like that is my grandma, my mom's mom. And it doesn't usually it doesn't usually affect me, except like I guess now that we're getting closer to the actual wedding, because what's today, June 22nd, and our wedding September 13th. Now that it's coming close to our actual wedding day, it's starting to emotionally affect me more, I guess, mentally and emotionally affect me, that I don't have either of my parents. And the closest thing I have is my grandma, and from what I've seen with other people, usually the groom's mom or whoever it is, you know, that's getting married, usually both parents, both sides of the parents, when you have them, participate in like the pre-wedding things, you know, the traditions, like the dress buying and the suit stuff. And Daniel doesn't have his dad, I don't have my dad, so I was with Daniel, it was just the two of us when he got his suit. And then he went back with his brother and his cousin to get their groom stuff. And then come August, we're going to take my nephew to get his suit, because he's going to be our ring bearer. And the suit sales guy told us it's okay for us to wait for him, being that my nephew's 9 and kids grow so fast that if we got it now, it may not fit him in August, come September. So he's like, yeah, you could wait until August for him, like early August or whatever. So we're planning a day, you know, to go with him. We got to make an appointment to take him to get his suit. Maybe we'll vlog that. That would be so cute. I know my sister would probably be cool with that, because she's good like that with him, you know, and my nephew is so cute. He wants to be famous. It's so cute. But yeah, like with him, it's fine. But so that's that. So I think it's for the best, and it is what it is. And I mean, I know no matter what, I'll still be beautiful and look beautiful and feel beautiful. It was just really hard. I think if my sister didn't react that way, it wouldn't have been as bad. The hell? The hell? What is wrong with you? I'm just kidding. I mean, but if you know my sister and you know my family, you know we're like that. But that was much. And Maria's reaction to like that was like, is that your sister? And I'm like, yeah.